No, it's not.
Well, normally at this time, the chair of your budget committee would call the committee meeting to order. But seeing as how you don't have a chair yet, your first order of business is speak amongst yourselves and vote one of you in as chair, one of you in as vice chair, and one of you as secretary. And I leave that. Some judges pick that. I choose not to because you guys will work together as a committee. So I think you should just take the time to decide amongst yourselves who want those two positions to be.
Mom did say that he wouldn't mind.
I think that's an
Somebody
excellent
else.
idea. I was just gonna say, does anybody want to be chair?
He is, he's old.
Tommy, is this?
I was encouraged.
And he's at the head of the table, so
Oh, okay.
That's that person.
I think it's a good idea.
So we have to like
Yes, all those in favor, and then all those
make a
opposed.
motion,
Yeah.
like do all that?
You have a motion to accept on
I make a motion to accept Tommy Dorsey as our chair of our budget committee. I second it. Aye.
All right, congratulations.
Congratulations, Tommy.
Now we'll do the same for a vice chair.
Does anybody want to be vice chair?
No.
You're nominated by a good friend.
I'll be vice chair.
So somebody make a motion.
Big loud, no motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. You're the chair now, so you get your ones.
All those opposed?
Need a secretary too.
All right, I'll be a secretary.
So what exactly does the secretary do? Let me just-
This meeting, you'll handwrite the notes, but I will be looking into the Quorum Court's, the JP's budget, and my budget as well. I'm going to work with Yelcott to get either a type of laptop, Chromebook, tablet that will be able to do all of the things we need to do for committee meetings. We'll send in PDF form, the ordinance to be seen. And then for Quorum Court, you'll have a PDF, all the ordinance going through, and each one will have its own email address already to it with a MarionCountyAR.gov to keep it protected. I'm just going through price codes with Yelcott right now. So then you'll be able to type it in to the secretary instead of having to write it. Because it is, it's a generalization of the meeting. It's not verbatim one for one.
We also have your YouTube going on.
Which are recorded as well.
I nominate you. You're good at that stuff.
I'll second that.
I'm gonna respectfully decline because I'm too busy right now. Honestly, I don't have time to do this.
I need time.
I'm not gonna.
I mean, one. So, yeah.
There we
I
go.
have an option of it.
We need a motion.
I'm not getting motion.
Second.
All
All in favor?
All right.
My apologies.
Well, now you can begin the meeting, sir.
I don't even know where to start at. Which one to start first? Get started.
Oh,
How do you want to do this? Read it out or?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got an appropriation ordinance 2025 being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas. An ordinance to be entitled. I'm gonna go ahead and see. An ordinance amending the annual operating budget and numbers and compensation ordinance 2024-61 for calendar year 2025 for Marion County, Arkansas. Transfer unappropriated funds from 3403 County Building Improvement Fund for payment of the cleanup and painting of the painting
Oh, we'll fix
of
that.
the courthouse basement due to flood damage on July 17, 2024. Section 1, this appropriation is for the transfer of funds for the payment of cleanup and painting of the courthouse basement damaged by the flood on July 17, 2024. Section 2, the appropriation money in the amount of $6,018.97 from the following fund. Appropriate from County Buildings Improvement Fund, 3403, $6,018.97. Appropriate to County Buildings Improvement County Buildings Fund, 3403-0111. This is for other professional services, same amount, $6,018.97. Section 3, any insurance reimbursements received due to storm damage July 17th, 2024 will be reimbursed to the County Buildings Improvement Fund, 3403. Section 4, all county employees and elected officials involved herein shall prepare all documentation necessary to effectuate the transfer and purchase of the described above. Section 5, this ordinance is here enacted as an appropriation ordinance and therefore effective immediately.
July 17th or June 17th?
I gotta wait till they do their real motion and then.
I'm sorry.
Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Discussion?
Okay, I did discover, it needs to say it's for the 2024 budget. So I also need to check with Russo to see if I need to change, the amending the annual operating budget numbers and compensation. And change that ordinance to 2023 dash whatever that number was, 2024 budget. Is that right? I think
You're
that's.
changing the budget,
Yeah, well, see, this is for the 2024 budget,
right?
but doesn't that need to say that it's for the 24 budget, not the 25?
Is the 24 budget done already?
No.
We close it up in February. Yes. We'll vote on it in March. So we close it up. There'll be an ordinance that rounds everything down. Clean up ordinance, if you will. We always have leeway because things will always come in past the meeting.
Okay.
We just need this so we can pay some bills that we have left in 2024.
But I want to do more than next.
Yeah,
Wasn't the flood in June?
no, I think it was in July. The flood,
The first flood?
yeah. The flood we had that did not building.
It was in June, I'm sorry.
No,
I apologize.
so I mean, that's something I need to check with.
I will
Russo as he meets about it.
100% check the dates. So when it comes before the course, the date will be exact. I was up at 3:45 that morning at the nursing home, so I'll just go back and look at my calendar and I'll give you the exact date.
I was gonna say, I do the same thing. I
Yeah.
had him, so.
I mean, I got this off a previous ordinance we did with that date.
That may have been the second flood.
Yeah, we've had two. We don't need a third. I'm good.
So anytime we have to transfer money, it has to be an ordinance, it's not.
If the money's not already appropriated. So like the money that's in that county buildings improvement fund is there, but it's not appropriated.
If it's appropriated, then it can just be a court order.
Court order signed by me.
Right.
Yes.
But we don't have enough, we got shorted because we had to do extra things because of the flood. We didn't count on we had to do painting or use
So
vents
it's
and
just
sanitation.
The county building fund,
Yeah.
the fund that we can use to pay Fox Dating and pay method sanitation for them, bringing up the dumpster, and then should we get any reimbursement back from the state or from our insurance company, we'll put it back to the building fund itself.
We had an ordinance to pay for the floor replacement in the basement. It's we paid half of it. Well, in the meantime, Bedford came, did their dumpsters up front, and then they said, we want our money now. So we had to take some of the money that was appropriated for the basement. And we didn't realize that we didn't have enough. And this was unexpected. This was not something we had planned on having to do. So, that shorted us. And I asked the auditor, since the project was started in 24 and finished in 25, could we take it out of 25 money? And his question to me was, when was the money put to the fund and by what manner? And I said, ordinance 24. He said, it has to be 24. Otherwise, we would probably be able to take care of that.
We like to listen to auditors.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And we had to go up and let them, because the city of Gillville through Mayor Lane had a contract. So I wasn't allowed to reach outside of that. Well, thank you all for your time. Appreciate your vote.
There's to verify numbers and dates and all that stuff with you.
Yes.
If we need to change that. that'd be-
Yeah. I'll get it through, so we'll check on it.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. Can I get a vote?
Motion.
Motion?
Second.
Vote? Right, moving on to ordinance 2025, be enacted by the Quorum Court, Marion County, Arkansas, and ordinance to be entitled. An ordinance amending ordinance 2024-61 budget numbers and compensation ordinance for the calendar year of 2025. Article 1, has the clerk submitted the jury reimbursement to the state for the second quarter of 2024 and received a disbursement of $1,125.91 and deposited such with the treasurer. The money needs to be appropriated into the jury and witness category. Therefore, the treasurer is ordering to raise the anticipated revenue in county general by $1,125.91. Article 2, the comptroller is ordered to appropriate the money as follows. Jury and witness 1,000-0405-3021 postage, $1,125.91 added. Article 3, the ordinance herein enacted as an appropriation ordinance and therefore is effective immediately. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
So just a minute. Question. So this is basically the same thing, that we already have the money, it wasn't appropriated. Correct? Just clarifying.
Is this
Sorry.
from my office?
We're all.
No, it's mine.
I'm like,
Okay, so every quarter, we submit whatever we spend on jury to the state. We only get paid for when they sit in the box or if they show up. So that's why it's $1,125.91. Don't ask me about 91 cents, it's just 10 cents. But anyway, so all I'm doing is reappropriate, that money's been put in county general, and we're appropriating that money into this line item, and it's all gonna go into postage, because that gets very expensive after a while.
okay. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Yeah, sorry, all in favor? Opposed?
Thank you.
Next time, I'm going to bring my reading glasses. Being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, this is appropriation ordinance 2025. An ordinance amending the annual operating budget for the office of the Marion County and Circuit Clerk numbers and compensation ordinance 2023-149. Section 1, this amendment will modify the current appropriated budget and the numbers and compensation portion of ordinance 2024-61 for two deputies currently employed in the clerk's office. Section 2, amended numbers and compensation portion of ordinance 2024-61. As passed, Fund 3006, Office 102. That F1 position, is that right? 1001, Howell County and Circuit Clerk. Salary is $49,887.61. Fund 3006, Office 102. FI position 1002, Deputy Clerk. Budgeted $15.50, current rate $15.50. Fund 3006, Office 102, FI position 1003, Deputy Clerk, 1571, current rate 1571. As amended, Fund 3006, Office 102, FI position 1001, Title County and Circuit Clerk, salary $49,887.67. Fund 3006, Office 102, FI position 1002, Deputy Clerk, budgeted $1650, current rate $1650. Fund 3006, Office 102, FI position 1003, Deputy Clerk, budgeted $1650, current rate $1650. Section 3, unappropriated money in the amount of $4,220.32 from the Recorder's Fund 3006 as follows. 3006-0102-1001, salaries full-time, $3,432. 3006-0102-1006, Social Security, $262.54. Retirement, 3006-0102-1007, retirement, $525.78. Section 4, all county employees and elected officials involved herein shall prepare all documentation necessary to effectuate the transfer or purchase described above. Section 5, this ordinance is herein enacted as an appropriation ordinance, and there is effective immediately. Therefore effective immediately. Do I have a motion? Second. Discussion?
Johnson, this is coming out of your 2006 budget.
Sorry, I'm.
30,000 is coming out of your recorder, your county clerk recorder budget.
That is correct. That is a special fund.
Yes.
Raising the cap. We discussed this.
I'm asking you.
Now, let me start with that. So I asked for this last year in April. I'm raising the cap of what I can pay my employees from the 1550 and the 1571. I'm not saying that I'm going to max anybody out, but I'm asking to raise the cap. When I came in April, I was asked very nicely by the county judge, let's wait until budget season. The Quorum Court agreed, or the budget committee of Quorum Court agreed, let's wait until budget season. Came to budget season, they didn't know what I was talking about. Actually invited me to a meeting. I had 3 people tell me that they wanted to see me after I gave them my documentation and everything, saying I wanted to talk about this. All they said, let's wait until. Didn't sit well with me. Because I said, you told me to come back at budget time. I'm here at budget time. This is my special fund. It generates revenue every single month. Every single day, actually. This is sustainable. So there's no problem with me using this money. What they're going to tell you, or not they, but some people would tell you in the previous Quorum Court was that, oh, if we start this, we're going to open the floodgates, and then everybody's going to want raises. I get that. I really do. I was an employee here for a long time before I became an elected official. I know how this works. But all I'm asking is to raise the cap so that if I see fit, I can raise the cap. And I'm not going to promise I'm not going to ask for more at some point. But $15.50 and $15.71 an hour is not a lot. And I know there are other people that are working for less. I get that. But I have the money and I wanna keep my health. And I wanna be able to say, you know, do this and this, you may be entitled to a raise. I'm not gonna guarantee anything, because you can't. But that's my standpoint.
I have a standing rule. I do not like to discuss the top out increases at all unless it's budget time. I think it makes it simpler and it flows. Dawn came to me in April, said she was going to present this, and I said, please wait until November for budget season. She did. She brought it before them, and they didn't choose to go forward with it. We talked last week, she was going to do this now. My response is, I don't like doing this as a budget season, but you did do what I asked you last year. You came back at budget season. And if it passes, I won't veto.
Thank you. And thank you. He is a man of his word.
Can I get a vote? I'm sorry, yeah.
You already got the motion, you just got to call.
All in favor? Opposed?
I would just like more information, I guess, in general.
I'm sorry.
Not just from
No,
you.
I can't hear you, Sue.
I would just like more information in general, not just from you, I guess, in overall, in the whole county, like. I don't need to know exact employees.
What we have to do right now is, we can discuss this at the
Okay.
courts, since the vote was already taken, we can't discuss it.
Okay.
We can take
That's
it.
fine.
But when it comes up, now that it's gone through to the QC
Okay.
4-1, we can discuss that at the QC.
I apologize.
No, truly, that's exactly what I wanted to happen, is for it to go in front of the court. So I appreciate that very much.
Okay.
Very, very much. And I, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
4,
Well, four.
so I can put down this budget committee as well. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, the final one. Another appropriate ordinance for 2025, be it enacted by the Quorum Court, of Marion County, Arkansas, amendments to be entitled Amendment to the Annual Operating Budget and Numbers and Compensation Fund 2024-61 for the calendar year 2025 to appropriate funds from Fund 1007 Local Assistance and Tribal Consistency to 1007-0102 Recorder's Fund Media Conversion in the amount of $75,661.83. Section 1, this court affirms the use of funds for the Marion County Clerk's Office for the completion of post-processing and importing of 170 land record books scanned in 2023. This will include scanning, processing, and importing 14 more books, indexing, and importing all the records into the 5-bar, is that correct?
Fiddler,
Denver,
have it.
Avid, and Laredo system. This project will complete the project started with the grant received in 2023 and create a 40-year search in our land record system. Section 2, the following is an amendment to the 2025 budget ordinance 2024-61 as follows. Appropriation from 1007 local assistance and tribal consistency in the amount of $75,661.83. Appropriate to 1007-0102-3009 other professional services, media conversion, $75,661.83. Section 3, all county employees and elected officials involved herein shall prepare all documentation necessary to effectuate the transfer and purchase described above. Section 4, this ordinance is herein enacted as an appropriation ordinance and is therefore effective immediately. Discussion.
Did you, sorry,
I'm trying to wear my
I'll
hearing
try
aids.
and
You guys are all very soft-spoken.
well, I'm looking down too, so I was trying to like look up and talk to you. Did you, so this started in 23?
Yes, I received a grant from the Association of Counties Clerks Association of Counties. And I got, 27,000 something, and it started with the process of doing what I'm trying to do, digitize my vault. Okay. So this year I applied for the same grant, for the same purpose to finish the project, and I didn't receive the grant. I've been very lucky since I got elected. This is the first grant I didn't get, so it was okay. Anyway, I attached the information on what they're going to do, and this will complete the project that I've started for a 40-year search that will be indexed on the public computer and everything else. This is a great benefit to the county and to everybody that's involved. And I'm afraid if I don't do it now, I'm running out of time here, folks. I'm not coming back. I mean, I'm gonna fight for this, but I'm not coming back after I retire. And I don't know if the next clerk is going to, it seems to be a shame to leave this project unfinished. We've gotten so far, so well, so far. And we already did 170 books. And this is going to include the indexing and all of that. It's gonna take them one day in my vault to come through, scan the other 14 books, and then they take it back to Iowa, not the books. They take back the data from Iowa, and they convert it and do all the stuff that needs to be done. Then there's gonna be a little work on our end, but I'll have another year and a half to get that work completed. I think this is very important. I'm using Fiddler because that's who we've got our land records program with. That's who did the first part of the grant. And since I didn't get the grant just last year, I'm really hoping that we have quite a bit of money in that tribal fund, and a few people have used it, but I would like my shot at it. And I can get this done and help after the Quorum Court meeting and probably have it started and completed here in Marion County in March or April. And then it should be finished no later than the end of the year. It is time consuming, but that's on there written, not mine. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna ask what happens to the books after.
Oh, the books stay there. The books stay there. They're just digitized, so they're on the public computer. And the system that you have, all of that that's on our public computer is up into the cloud somewhere or wherever it goes. You know, so if we had a disaster, and I think Carl's gonna talk on that here soon. These records are already saved. Most abstract companies, and Tommy's only different, but they used to ask for a 30-year search. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Still right? And so this is gonna give even more. And it's gonna have all the indexes on there, the grantor, grantee indexes and everything. This is very important, not just for the clerk's office, not just for the public in general, but for anybody who's doing genealogy search, anybody that's doing anything like that. And I think it's very beneficial for the county. And like I said, I don't want to leave this project unfinished. And I can't guarantee I'm going to get the grant next year or this year and have time to get it done before I retire. So that's my status on that. And like I say, I hope for a great vote. Good vote, great vote.
An awesome vote.
Awesome vote, good vote, awesome.
And it's okay to use this tribal money for this?
I'm sorry.
It's okay to use the tribal money for this?
It could be used for anything other than lobbying. That's the only thing you can't use it for.
What do we have in the tribal account right now?
Like $400,000.
$460,119.08 as of January 31st, not 31st.
No.
So you asking me
As
to
of
take
January
it?
24th, that's what this was printed.
Just remember, Sharon, I should remember.
Yeah. So you asking me to speak? Okay.
I do have one quick question.
Yes, sir.
Is this an income generating item, meaning like if window comes over,
Yes, Dick Wendell pays for our, for access
Like any
to our-
title company, see, I have access to,
You have,
Data Scout.
right now, Dick Wendell and lenders both have access to our records that are on our public computer. I made a promise when we went to this program, I would not put it on the web because that would take away from their jobs.
Right.
So I wouldn't do that. And people call me up, they want subscriptions, and I tell them no. They can hire a researcher, hire Dick, hire a researcher.
Yes, they come across the street.
Yeah, and they can do it, and they get it all at their office. Lenders is a little different, but we do generate revenue from it. Not a great deal, but. Are you asking me if I'm gonna pay back the $77,000?
No, I'm just asking a general question.
No, but yeah, we do generate some revenue from it, and,
Okay.
like I said, something that I think really needs to be completed.
Carly, you have your hand up. What do you
I was just gonna jump in on Dawn's, because we're starting to scan stuff in our office, just not to the level that she does. Once everything is scanned in, which is kind of a pain to get it all scanned in and organized, once that is done, it's easier access for the people that come into the office. We could get our hands on it quicker, we could send stuff out through email, and it just makes, once it's done, it just helps all around a bit, to get the public what they want. And makes it easier for us to find.
Yes, indeed.
Understood. I
And this will also help the assessor's office because our records get transferred to them every day.
And then the assessor transfers to us yearly, but they bring paper over almost daily. So it's just from one office to the other, the three offices. Yeah.
All in favor? Opposed?
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your time.
Is that the last one?
Yes, sir.
We asked for a motion to adjourn.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Wait, Tommy, wait, I have an ordinance up here.
No.
You don't have it?
I emailed it to everyone.
When did you email?
Supposed to make hard copies. You didn't tell me that. I rarely do ordinances.
You sent one, I didn't get it.
When did you send it?
Yeah, when did you send it?
Because I don't have it either, right? All right.
Monday morning.
I forwarded it to my office. Right.
I got a new email address from you today. That's the last email I got.
I was gonna say the only one I got was, we already went over.
Because I even pulled my list out for the budget committee people, JPs. Okay, so I guess I have to wait till next month.
Did you send it from JP's from last year?
Oh, don't be smart. No, I got my new JP list out.
Basically, what this is legislative audit has not required, they have urged,
Strongly.
strongly urged that each office gets laptops and has outside access in case of an emergency. And the courthouse goes down.
Yes.
And we have all paid from our own personal budgets under small equipment. And we would like the Corona Relief Virus Fund to reimburse our budgets because we were not expecting this.
Yeah,
So we did not budget for it.
and when I did this ordinance, I did it for all 4 offices, just to keep it in one ordinance instead of doing it 4 times. Because they haven't said you have to have them, but when they start urging you, it ends up you have to have it. So all 4 offices each ordered 2 laptops, and we've already paid for them. And we're asking to get reimbursed for it out of the coronavirus fund, which can be used for anything. I've already checked with Karen on that, and I have the invoices and payments from each office attached. And the total amount to be reimbursed for 8 laptops that meet state specifications is $7,849.34. And that's for 8 laptops.
8 laptops. Countywide or your department?
Just
No, for the,
assessor for.
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, this is.
I was trying to think where you hide these people.
I'll just stick one with everyone.
What they want us to do, is they want us to take those laptops, go to our emergency location,
Well,
we
I
have to log in
I
once
asked
a year,
Karen.
do something, and it has to be different every year that we do.
Karen, did I not ask if you wanted to be put on this and you were?
Yeah, we don't have all of our information.
Thank you very much.
You're only using these once a year?
No.
No, this is a one-time thing until Windows doesn't update anymore. And that's the problem with what, one laptop I have. And my office doesn't have another laptop.
See, and our office is cloud-based also, so I could even take mine home and work.
What they're doing is they're pushing the agenda. If there is a disaster of such that we cannot come to work, how is Marion County government going to move forward? So I have to have a written agreement with Judge Lilly to be able to use their OEM office or their backup office on Highway 5 at Midway to set up shop. Sometimes we would use the Summit building, but if this whole thing was a bomb was dropped and if something happened, how are we going to Marion County forward if we do not have the technology with the laptops that we have at this time to do that? So their concern is this Marion County government cease to exist just because the building itself is.
And like I said, you're cloud-based, I'm cloud-based.
I'm only cloud-based, well, I don't remember.
Whether they're cloud-based or not, they're asking for money.
Yes, because you can just grab the laptops and I'll go to Baxter or Boone County.
Which you will see one from my department as well, once we get everything figured out more.
And out of my budget, because I had to take it out of my supplies budget, which was only approved for $4,500 for a year, and I had to take $1,962 out of that to pay for this, which that $2,500 that's left, that will not get me through the year. That will not. I mean,
What's in the coronavirus fund right now?
I do not know.
$3,940.
3,000?
I mean, 394.
And 3 days ago, and I will mail this out again tomorrow. Honestly, I did mail it out with the backup. Will you approve me putting it in the packet?
Yes.
Thank you.
With your
So it'll
sponsorship?
be in the regular package.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I will make sure everyone gets copies tomorrow. I have no idea. These last couple, 3 weeks, it's, been busy in the office. So,
Down here where it says sponsors.
And if ever, during the time leading from this up to the court meeting, if you have questions individually, feel free to go. I'll walk you through whatever, explain something that makes sense tonight. We didn't get to, when you get home, you know what, I wish I would have asked that. As long as it's individual, we can discuss it instantly.
yeah, same
here.
Same here. We are open. Come on in. I usually have coffee or something. Okay, my drug of choice, happy, but anyway, yeah. And thank you very much, and I will get these out again tomorrow.
Awesome meeting, thank you.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say that, whenever we go to like treasurer's meetings or like the collector's meetings, we would be able to take the laptop
Yes.
there, and that way, if you guys call or somebody called, we would be able to access our information there down there as well.
And like I said,
It's a necessity in this day and age.
as an official, I could take mine home and work. Deputies cannot do that. I've already talked to Russo because I had plans for my deputies.
Is that if you're in Yale, you gotta take it to Midway or someplace.
Yeah, or when we go to our tax pro conferences too, and they have new, things going on in the system like that, they come to show us one-on-one as well.
Right. Make motion.
Second. All in favor?
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Tommy, you did a very good job as chairperson.
I'm gonna have to.
Yes, good question.
And I encourage phone calls to fill in gaps and get those roles to any time. Yes, I'll take time, walk right through together.
I'll shoot that, and I'll